Hey, so thanks for letting me pull you aside. I need to get some supervised hours, just, to make sure that I'm doing the right thing by my supervisor's eyes.
Sure.
So, how are classes going?
They're going okay. Definitely better than earlier in the semester.
Well, that's great. We're at the gym. You look a lot more confident. Looks like you're willing to point things out to me, including pointing out when I'm wrong. Thank you for that. And please ignore my frustration. Anyway, you say classes are going good. You raising your hand more? You answering questions?
Yeah, definitely. I know from the beginning of the semester, I was kind of a little anxious about participating in class. But now I feel a little bit more confident in doing it because I realized that although I'm afraid other people might think, or I was originally afraid that people might think my question is dumb, in reality, other people probably have the same question that I do. So raising my hand to ask the question has shown me that it's really not that scary.
All right. Well, because I mentioned that you're willing to point out when I'm wrong, I feel like pushing that a little. Are you okay with that?
I don't know if I'd say I'm okay with it, just because, of course, pushing myself out of my comfort zone is going to be a little uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. I'm willing to try it, though, absolutely.
Okay, willing to try it. Now, I'm not going to be too mean, I promise. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to role play, and I'm going to try, and I'm going to do something I've always wanted to do. I'm going to be a professor.
Okay.
And so, we're just going to go. It doesn't matter what this course is on, and just feel free, raise your hand, ask a question, answer a question I might have, and ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Well, welcome to this course again, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's doing wonderfully. So, anybody got any questions about the material we discussed last week? Yes. Go ahead.
So yeah, Professor Deglebine, I do have a question about last week's material. I'm not sure if this is like an appropriate question because I feel like it should have been really simple material, but for some reason I just didn't get it. Would you mind going over it for me one more time?
Well, okay, so Pythagorean's theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now that could be a plus b equals c. It's, as you said, it's very linear, but I can understand the confusion because, well, math can be confusing. Okay, pause. That was good, with how fast you had your hand up, but maybe pause a little bit. Get a little more comfortable because you're talking to the professor. I gotta be honest with you, I was kind of losing interest in what your question might be because of all the preface. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to stick by, and I know any professor would stick by, there is no such thing as a stupid question. But, with that being said, there's no such thing as a stupid question. We don't need the apology. And by we, I mean people. People don't need the apology. People don't need the preference. Just go ahead and ask. Don't go and say, hey, you're too convoluted. But, hey, could you repeat what we were learning last week, please? Or, how to say the please. That's me. Okay, so we're going to try this again. I have another scenario.
Okay.
Alright. So I'm being the professor again, as my voice indicates. I'm imitating a professor I had. So, I would like to know, what was the point of Jung's idea of symbolism? Anybody want to take a crack at that? No. Really? Well, that's good, because I actually didn't talk about that in the class beforehand, so wanted to see if we had anybody who would. Honestly, this is also not a psychology class, so... Okay, that was actually good. I just wanted to see if, you felt like you had to raise your hand. There was a need to ask a question. Why was this guy talking about Jung when that has nothing to do with something I don't know? So, good. Thank you for not interjecting.
Okay.
So it seems like we have a good base. And if you're comfortable with this, I'd just like to continue working on appropriate interaction, questions that you find, of course, not what I think.
Right. I'm okay with that, because although I feel like my confidence has grown as far as participating in class, I definitely, after today's session, realized that maybe I'm not where I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm open to continuing working with you.
All right. So where would you want to be?
Where I don't question myself before I ask a question. Like, just having the confidence to just do it.
All right. So we can talk sometime a little later about some strategies for that. And I think we're making some really good progress.
I think so, too.
Thank you.
Thank you.